I will, yeah.
Good morning, Jefferson my name.
Oh, perfect. This is your chief inspector.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ma'am. Mrs. Rousseau, how long have you been the manager of this hotel?
For about 5 years now, since my husband passed away.
Yeah, and now we have a murder in this wonderful place. So, the only clue we have so far is the presumed murder weapon, the gardening shear. So, could you please tell me who's responsible for plant keeping?
That would be our in-house gardener, but Jeffrey has been with us for years. He's a trusted part of this establishment, as are all my employees.
Okay, what were you doing last night?
I was working in the office until late at night. Then this morning I was woken up by a frantic phone call from a receptionist telling me they'd found a dead body. Terrible.
Excuse me, could I perhaps...
Oh yes, of course, per my manners. What would you like?
Water, please. So you always keep your cabinet locked? It seems like you must have any special kind of poison in there.
Poison? Yes, I have a bit of everything. Whiskey, grappa. My husband liked to take a little break from bureaucracy every now and then. You understand. All I can say is Mary Collin was a guest like any other.
Hello, Miss Fine. Actually, these rooms belong to a crime scene. As well, no cleaning allowed until I said so. I have some questions for you about the victim.
Finally. After all, I'm the matron of this hotel. I know everything about everyone.
Good then. So, just short answers would be fine. Miss Fine?
Sure.
So, did you open the door with the master key? Are you the only one besides Mrs. Rousseau to have one of those?
No, there are actually 3 in total. Mrs. Rousseau's, myself, and the gardener has one. Because we're in this position where we have to be in every room at all times.
Okay.
And it's always handy for Mrs. Rousseau to see him wherever she wants.
What was that, Miss Fine?
Well, I hear a lot of gossip. Actually, you can look at the pictures yourself. Miss Collin did these.
Interesting photos. A nice camera. A typing machine. Some notes. Chocolate. Well, it seems Mrs. Collin was an author or a journalist.
That I don't know. I only know that we didn't clean her room for weeks because she wanted privacy at all times.
Excuse me, Mr. Gardner.
Yeah?
Do you recognize these secateurs?
Yeah, of course, they're mine. I was surprised she was missing yesterday.
Okay, so you didn't think about a robbery?
Not really. Why would anybody need them? I was surprised she was missing.
Okay, so how about your gardening shed? Is it always locked?
Honestly, I try to keep it locked, but I forget about it sometimes.
Did you know the victim?
Nah, I saw her once or twice in the Wintergarden, drawing some flowers or something.
Miss Collin discovered your little secret. She wanted to publish it, but you didn't want that. So, did you kill her?
Nah, who said that? I know I'm just a gardener, it's not the fanciest job in the world. Anyway, she broke up 2 weeks ago.
Did you see anything suspiciously around the hotel for the last couple of weeks?
Well, she was asking lots of questions about Mr. Rousseau. She was sitting over there.
And did you get to know Mr. Rousseau?
He was my boss 2 years before he died.
What did you think of him?
Strange. Mrs. Collin also asked this question.
What are we doing here? There are rooms to check, you know.
Sure, Miss Fine, but there's still a murder to solve. Or did you forget about the incident with Miss Collin?
No, of course not. But does all that mean you solved the case?
Well assumed. Nobody in this room has an alibi, but all of you have access to a master key. So I talked to my chief inspector and the autopsy report told me that Miss Collin was actually poisoned and she must have been already dead before she got stabbed in the back. So 2 of you have a clear motive. That would be you, Mr. Gardner, and you, Miss Rousseau, and your little secret affair right here. So
That is ridiculous. Nobody would be interested in such stupid gossip.
doesn't matter now because she's dead. My chief told me as well that Miss Collin was actually more interested in the area of fraud than making any tabloid headlines. So I think she just stumbled over your little affair, but she never wanted to publish it.
That's the first reasonable thing you've said.
I'm glad you agree, Mrs. Rousseau.
So, if they aren't the murderers, who is?
Well, did I say they weren't?
Well,
Miss Collin was actually after a very big fraud. This is a report about Mr. Rousseau. He had gambling problems and drinking problems. So Miss Collin thought there might be something wrong, and someone could have easily killed Mr. Rousseau out of revenge, gambling, or maybe in order to take over the hotel.
That is unbelievable. Mi amore, he died of a heart attack.
Well, that was what the doctor said, but I think the doctor owed you a big favor, Miss Rousseau.
How dare you?
I'm just doing my job, Mrs. Rousseau, solving the case, actually 2 of them. And Mr. Gardner, could you tell me what those plants are right here?
Well, yeah, that's aconite.
Can you tell me more about that?
Well, it's known as the queen of poison.
As a matter of fact, one of the most toxic plants in Europe. I've seen quite a few around here. So, who let you plant those?
Well...
Exactly, Miss Rousseau. She loves flowers, and she even calls the hotel the Flowers Paradise. So she knows very well about the aconite, and then that you could kill anyone within a few hours very silently. And by the way, she keeps it right in this flacon. So what I think is, Miss Rousseau killed her husband some years ago, and now she did the same with Mrs. Collin. His drink, her chocolate.
She found out about what happened to my husband. She wanted me to turn myself in. Do you really think I would let some stupid girl destroy my life's work?
Well, however, the presumed murder weapon was just a distraction to lead the suspicion towards the gardener.
Are you serious?
I had no choice.
Well, I think it's time to arrest you.